Hi everyone, welcome to GATE classes CSE. Now we will see runtime environment. Okay, runtime environment is another topic and this is the theory part. Runtime means whenever program or any statement in the phases of compiler, you remember that in the phases of compiler, that means runtime environment, how to data will store whenever in the runtime. Okay, so then first we will see runtime is a storage organization. Runtime, what is the runtime? It is a storage organization. So then it is the structure of the target. It is the structure of the target computers, registers and memory. That means it is the structure, which one? Runtime storage organization. Runtime storage organization is the structure of the target code. Target computer, that means target code to store in a register and memory. That means runtime storage is stored data in registers and memory. Stores in data in registers and memory that serves to manage memory and maintain information needed to guide a program execution process whenever it is needed, so that it can access by the memory or registers. Memory, that means why it's written in the different in the registers and memory. In memory maybe come in the cache memory, okay, in the RAM, ROM, any place. That means it is static also, yeah, dynamic also. Anything in the memory will come, static memory, dynamic memory. So that is why that serves to manage memory. It is manage the memory and maintain information. Maintain the information. Which information? Whatever we are solving in the program, and we are storing the data where registers and memory, that one will maintain by the runtime storage organization to guide a program execution process. When if you have to in a program completed and stored it permanently, that means secondary storage allocation will come. Secondary storage, you have to store it, and whenever we are compiled the program, that means run, now I want to output, so that times this is called in the primary memory, that means RAM we needed. So whenever we needed the RAM, that means now I want to execute this program is different, process is different. Any program, if it is executing, if it is running, so then it is called a process. It is called process. Which one is called process? Whenever any program is running, it is called a process. And if program is in the kept somewhere, we are not running, so then that is called a program. Now types of runtime environment. Types of runtime environment has three types. One is fully static runtime environment, second one stack based runtime environment, third one fully dynamic runtime environment. Fully dynamic runtime environment, three types of runtime environment. First we will see in the number one, fully static runtime environment. That means it is static. Static means fixed. The only one activation record for every procedure. That means every procedures we need the one activation record. In where? In the static runtime environment. Now in the second, variables are accessed directly via fixed address. Variables are accessed directly. Okay, variable, that means it is terminal or non-terminal. Always in the symbol tables, have you seen that in the previous in the previous slide, in the terminal, just like in the syntax directed translation, what? X then int, like this in the symbol table we have stored it. Yes, so that means X is what? Terminal variable. So from in the directly we can access. So variables are accessed, these variables are accessed via directly in the fixed address. Why fixed addresses? Fixed means static. Static allocations we are taking. static storage allocation, so that is why in the fixed place, that means int data type is in the 4, just like example. So then x range is in within the 4. If it should be the in the suppose 3 digit numbers, 4 digit number, maybe it will be not store in this allocation. Okay, so it is the fixed address. Fixed address means length should be the fixed. Now allocation is done, allocation whenever we will allocate is done at compiled time. That means in the terminal variable we allocate to compile time. Now bindings, whenever we are binding, so then binding do not change at runtime. Binding do not, that means we cannot change anything in the binding. Okay, so allocation is done at compile time. That means you have to allocate the memory in the compile time, and bindings cannot be changed in the runtime. Okay, now disadvantage: no support for recursive function call. It is not supported. It is not supported for recursive function call. Which one? Static runtime environment. Now we will see size of data object must be known at compile time. Same things. Allocation is done at compile time. Size of data. Data means what? It is xy. This is the terminal variable. All the terminal variables whenever we are using, because always remember that in the symbol table we are storing only the terminal variable, that means reduced form. Okay, because in the non-terminal, that means what? Capital A, it is reduced by B, like this. Okay, so capital A we are not storing, B we will store it in the memory location. So it is not supported for recursive function call. Next one, size of data. What is the size of data? B size. It is int data type, that means will take in the different size. If we will take char data type, that times also will take in the different data, different length of the that size. So that is why size of data object must be known at compile time. Size of data, how will you know that? Through the data types. Okay, so through the, that means you have to allocate it before in the runtime, before the runtime, that means compile time. Size of data object must be known at compile time. Data structure can't be created dynamically. Why dynamically? That means cannot be created. Created, that means we cannot change it in the dynamically. Okay, so data structure, because it is static size. Static means fixed. So fixed length is required here. Fixed length is there in the this storage organization. Which one? Fully static runtime environment. Structured is fixed, so that is why data structure cannot be created dynamically. If it is fixed, then it's okay. Now we will come in the stack based runtime environments. Stack based runtime environments, whenever in the activation records are allocated, when we will allocate the records, that times we will push on stack. Data will be pushed on stack. Whenever a function call is made, whenever we are creating the function call, so that times we will store the data where? On the stack. And whenever activation ends, listen, whenever activation records are made means what? Whenever activation records is begin. Whenever activation records is begin, so then data will store, push it, because on stack we are pushing the data. Suppose A I am pushing, so that means push the data. B, like this. This is called push, and pop means we will delete it, remove it. Okay, so that is why on this stack, whenever activation records begins, so then we will push the data on stack. And if whenever activation records ends, so then we will pop the data. Pop the data, that means we will deallocate it. Pop the data, deallocate it, same thing. Whenever activation ends, activation record is deallocated. Deallocated, that means pop it. Now, local variables are bound to fresh storage. If we required local variable, just like in the temporary variables, okay, temporary variables are local variables, so then it will be bound to fresh storage. That means new storage we need on the stack. Because suppose t1 equal to A plus B. So then A for different allocation, B for different, and T1 for different. That is why I said that local variables are bounded to fresh storage. Now what is the disadvantage? Local variables can't be retained once activation and obviously temporary variable for this program in this statement I have taken in the temporary variable 1 for the A plus B. So whenever it's ANDed, so then afterwards it automatically it will be removed. So that is why local variables can't be, this is the local variables, T1 is retained once activation and that means it cannot be retained. Okay, next, fully dynamic runtime environment. Fully dynamic runtime environment, another name is heap. Another name is heap allocation. Okay, then data structure handles the management is called heap management. Here in the fully dynamic, look at in the first one, static part, data structure can't be created, dynamically has written. So whenever we are going in the dynamic means what? We can change it. Yeah, otherwise you can say that dynamic means change, but here no fixed length of the data. Whenever data is required, whatever data's length is required, like this we can arrange it. So that is the fully dynamic runtime environment, and here we are using in the heap allocation for the dynamic allocation. So data structure handles such a management is called heap management. Data structure handles such a management is called heap management. Okay, so then allocation and deallocation can be in any order. Why any order? Because heap management has given. Okay, so we can arrange by the any order. Okay, you can allocation and deallocation means push the data, deallocation on the sticks. Whenever we are talking about allocation means push the data, deallocation means pop the data, that means remove the data. But here if you are saying in the fixed length, we are applying the static places. So allocation, deallocation, you can store it in the any order. Memory manager, another name is garbage collector. Memory manager, another name is garbage collector, is needed. In the dynamic allocations, we need the memory manager. It is another name is garbage collector. Now, what is the disadvantage? Heap management is overhead. Heap management is overhead. Okay, so these are the types of runtime environments. Now we will see activation records. Okay, so now you will note down. Now we will see activation records in runtime environment. Activation records, by the name you can understand that is the active mode. Okay, so the information needed by a single execution, that means whenever we are executing the program, it is the single execution of a procedure is managed using a contiguous block. Contiguous block, that means suppose this is the block and it is the contiguous block, that means 1, 2 like this. Okay, continue of storage called activation record. Okay, if it is contiguous block is there, then it is called a activation record. When information needed, which information in the variables, terminal variables is called information needed by a single execution. Whenever we will execute that input of a procedure is managed, it is a procedure is managed by using a contiguous block. Contiguous block of storage is called activation record. Okay, whenever information it's need to execute, and if it is single execution, just like T1 equal to A plus B, this is the one execution, single execution. If it is single execution, so then it is managed by a contiguous block. That means first we will write suppose A, then B, then T1, that is the contiguous block of storage. It is called activation records. Now in this second point, activation record is allocated. Allocated, that means whenever we will enter the data in symbol table. So is allocated when a procedure is entered. When a procedure is entered, and it is deallocated when that procedure is exited. Listen, if in this stack we have seen it, activation record is allocated when a procedure is begins or entered. Okay, same meaning. Entered, begins, same meaning. Allocated means we will push the data. That means we will store the data in the storage allocation. Okay, storage allocation, it's may be static, dynamic, or stack. Static, dynamic, or stack. Any one storage allocation we can use it. So then whenever we will allocate the storage, when we will allocate, when procedure is entered, when process is entered or begins, and when it will be deallocated, when the procedure is exited. When procedure is exited. So this is the process. Deallocated means pause, pop, remove it. Program counter. Program counter, you knew that program as address of the next instruction. Address of the next instruction. Suppose like this is given, so then A, B, C, like this, D has given. Suppose on this takes, so then D we have first, so then D, now it is running, so then program counter should be on C process. Okay, so that is why address of the next instruction, it is running process, so that is why next instructions will ready for the program counter. This is the pointed. Now stack pointer, top of the stack, that means this one. In the D places stack pointer will be there. Frame pointer, current activation record. This is A. In the A place, what will there? Frame pointer, because this is in the current activation record. But stack pointer, if you say that, so then stack pointer in the last, because stack will start from the D. Okay, and program counter, if it is running on the system, so that time program counter on C place. So this is the meaning. Now activation records are allocated. From, if it is static area, so then it is Fortran 77. This is the language. If it is allocated from the static area, so then this language are allocated in the static area. Now if activation records are allocated from stack area, so then C or Pascal language are using to allocate it on stack. Now Lisp, machine language, these are allocated in heap area. Heap area, that means dynamic allocation, stack, and then static. Okay, now we will see activation records have permanent lifetime on static area. Nested lifetime on stack area, and arbitrary lifetime on heap area. Remember that static means fixed. So fixed, that is why permanent. Fixed, that means permanent. Okay, it is fixed. Just like in one place we have stored the data, so that is the fixed. So that is permanent. Permanent lifetime on static runtime environment. Nested lifetime on stack. Stack, we are sometimes we are pushing the data, sometimes we are pop the data. If temporary variable we are using, so then one execution, when process is executed, so then this T1 will automatically remove it. So that is called, this one is called local variable. We have seen in the previous slide. Okay, so nested lifetime. Nested means one by one loop is coming inside. So then nested lifetime on stack, arbitrary lifetime, that is on heap area. Now we will see on activation records. Okay, this is the activation records table. First, we will start from here in the stack pointer. This is the stack allocation, stack storage allocation. start from stack pointer saved on register. Whatever data are there, we are saving on the registered place. Okay. Then now we are going to the intermediate results. Now our input on the process. So that is why it will generate in the results. Now local arrays and array parameter. If we need the array pointers, then array elements, so then local array and array parameter will come in the dynamic. Okay. If array will take, so then dynamic array. If local variable, just like this one t1, so then static storage will take. Static storage parameters, just like int, char. This is the fixed because int data type has fixed length, character data type has fixed length, the double, float, string, every data type has fixed length. So that is why parameters is static. Now return the address. T1. Suppose our input is x equal to a plus b, but how it will convert in the 3 address code? Temporary variable equal to a plus b and then x equal to t1. So that is why return the actual address. Now stack pointer like this, a, then afterwards plus, this is the pointers one by one. Stack pointer, if on these stacks our datas are there, so then a plus b, so like this in the pointers will become. Now dynamic link, if it is required, then dynamic link, then static link, that means fixed link, dynamic link. If suppose I have taken here only the one input, just like we have seen in the backpatching, what we have seen, x greater than y if x greater than y or w less than z. Suppose I am writing in the two statements, so that means this one is linked to another one. Okay, so if two inputs are there, two different statement, but it is linked together in or symbol, plus symbol, so that is why dynamic link, static link, and then afterwards return the value in the exact whatever answers will come, it will give in the output, in the final output. So that is why return the value. Okay, so then frame pointer is always in the current pointer. Now our current pointer is where? In the returned value. So that is the frame pointer. What is that frame pointer? Current activation record. So what is the current activation record? That is returned value. And these parts are called return value to local variable. These are the static part, and dynamic part you can see from here. So this is the dynamic part. Okay, so this is the activation records will work. And now we have seen many things. Okay, so now runtime environments has complete. Now we will see code optimization. Thank you very much for watching this video.